haven't met yet, I am the campaign coordinator here at United Way of Yellowstone County. Thank you so much for volunteering to be an ECC. You have a vital role in connecting your company with our work here at United Way of Yellowstone County. So let's not wait and get started into our employee campaign coordinator training for campaign 2021. I'm going to start by giving you just a little bit of background about United Way of Yellowstone County and what we do. Our mission is to improve lives by mobilizing the caring power of the community. United Way of Yellowstone County was started 60 years ago. We started as a community chest, meaning that we would raise money and give those out in grants to our local organizations, our local nonprofits, the people doing the work on the ground, improving our community. Through years of research, we have started to figure out what works, what changes lives, what breaks negative cycles, and what assures that our investments are good. Along the way, we started adding programming, realizing that simply giving money was not enough to make lasting change. There was gaps in our community that we needed to fill, and we were able to tailor those programs to the needs directly here in Yellowstone County. We then added coalitions, which are groups of nonprofits with the same shared interest. They're working with the same clients on the same problems, and now they're coming together at one table to discuss lasting change, increasing their efficiency, increasing their power, and reducing duplication of services. While our partner agencies, nonprofits, and churches respond to immediate needs by providing food, clothing, and shelter, United Way fights the root causes of poverty by preparing students for high school graduation, housing our homeless neighbors, and guiding hardworking families towards economic stability. We're championing the systematic change and supporting more than 150 community-based organizations. And our superpower lies in knowing our community. We have the knowledge to tackle our most complex issues, bring the people together who are ready to solve problems, and share those with our network of United Ways around the world so they can bring lasting change into their communities as well. So let's talk a little bit more about the programs and services that we provide. As I mentioned earlier, all of our work can be broken down into grants, programming, and coalitions, all focused on our 4 pillars of school readiness, school success, crisis stabilization, and senior independence. We're protecting families and children from violence, connecting community resources, and restoring hope through Montana 211. We're helping financially stabilize families, encouraging thriving kids and graduating seniors, and preventing homelessness and poverty. Our work is touching the lives of almost every person here in Yellowstone County in one way or another. And since 2010, over $4 million has been invested into our community because of donors and volunteers who have stepped up and partnered with us. And it is our honor to support our partner grantees towards our shared goals. So what does it mean to live united? Living united is our rallying cry. We're joining hands, speaking up, opening our hearts, lending our muscles, and finding our voice, getting involved, and giving of our treasure for the poor and the oppressed, those who suffer injustice and indifference, those in distress, the abandoned and the forgotten, for compassion to reach our marginalized neighbors. In times of isolation and fear, we offer support and courage. In times of injustice and oppression, we fight for those impacted by hatred and racial inequities. We live united by lifting our neighbors day in, day out, in the big things and the little things we accomplish. Let's do a little campaign overview. Last campaign, we had about 70 companies, over 900 donors, and we raised over $600,000 for changing lives right here in Yellowstone County. That is amazing. And we want to thank all of those returning ECCs and donors who played a part in that. We could not do our work and help these people without you. And we're a good investment. 83% of every dollar raised by United Way of Yellowstone County is directed towards programs in the community. 11% covers our operating cost, and 6% covers our fundraising costs. We got to spend a little to make a lot. This breaks down into far exceeding the Better Business Bureau standard for nonprofit overhead, which is 25%. And as this infographic shows, for every dollar donated to United Way of Yellowstone County, we're able to multiply that and invest it back into the community. In 2020, for every dollar raised, we were able to invest $3.55 back into our neighbors' lives. Below are listed some of the highlights from our community impact team. Later on in this presentation, I will show you how to access this infographic and many others to share with your team in order to generate some excitement towards where their donations will end up. Every year for the past 60 years, we have been rallying our entire community, individuals, businesses, governments, volunteers, faith groups, and of course, our partners. We gather funds, knowledge, and passion, and we address the most pressing needs in the areas of education, financial stability, and health. This year, our campaign has a goal of raising $1 million. It is looking a little differently nowadays. However, we still have the same backbone and we still have the same passion. Our Day of Caring event has been pivoted to Days of Caring this year. By participating in campaign, your company will have the opportunity to have a tailored Day of Caring, a day of volunteering for your entire team, whether that be an in-person event with one of our partner agencies or a remote event that you guys can do at your leisure. We will work with you to find an opportunity that fits your needs and your schedule and has some great impact in our community. And we're still running Operation Supply. We're collecting school supplies for our local schools. They're giving directly to our schools and they fill their school pantries. So come February, if a kid runs out of crayons and mom and dad don't have the funds to buy new ones, the kid can get hooked up with new crayons because of Operation Supply. Or if a kid runs out of notebooks and they need a notebook to finish a test, they can run to their school pantry and grab some paper so they don't miss class. Operation Supply ends on September 16th. Call us at the office and we can get you connected. So now let's talk about you. Your role as an ECC. You are our main contact between us and your workplace. You're leading the planning and coordination effort and you're recruiting others to help you. And the most important job, besides having fun, is you're collecting and submitting the pledge forms in a timely manner. You're showcasing your leadership skills, you're networking with colleagues at various levels of your organization, learning more about your community and United Way, receiving training and networking events with other ECCs, and getting involved with lasting change and a better community for us all. So you might be feeling a little overwhelmed at this point, but don't worry, we got your back. Online, we have a guidebook, and this guidebook is really going to be your bread and butter for this campaign season. In this, the first page is going to show you some highlights of important days. We're already done with trainings, and starting in September, we're going to have monthly check-ins where you can connect with other ECCs, talk about what kind of struggles you're having, what's working well, where you need some help on, or just to celebrate and chat. We're going to be starting doing Thankful Thursdays with our donors, fun little events to bring people together. In December, we're going to have our campaign drop-off at happy hour at Hooligans. Who doesn't enjoy a drink at Hoolies? And finally, we're bringing back the Community Leaders Lunch. In March, we will join together, we'll celebrate and present awards and thank you for all of your hard work. As we continue on in the campaign guide, it has a timeline. It's really a checklist of everything that you can do to ensure a great campaign. From making your plans to executing and wrap up, you have a step-by-step process. How is your company handling donations this year? Are you using our tried and true pledge cards? Do you have a digital payment strategy or maybe a third-party payment processor? This year, we have introduced text to donate. By simply texting the word donate to 313131, you will be connected to our online giving portal. We also have a PayPal charity account set up. If you do any online shopping, you understand how easy PayPal is. And with the PayPal charity fund, those fees are even less. However you donate, make sure that you tell us how we can reach you and what organization you're from. That's how we know to attribute those donations to your campaign. Let's talk about goal setting. Like I said, we're bringing back campaign awards this year. And one of the easiest ways to judge if your company is going to get an award is by setting and reaching your goals. Here we have laid out some basic guidelines. However, if you want to tailor your goal specifically for your organization, let me know. I can provide you with some history and we can set a goal that makes sense for you and your team. Best practices. You're going to want to utilize the campaign toolkit that we'll get to next. It is chock full of information that you will need in order to run a successful campaign. Make sure you're communicating with your team. Promote any company matches you have, any corporate gifts, any incentives you have to reach your goal. And make sure that your CEO or executive level partners are included in campaign. Their influence is going to be very important. What kind of incentives are you providing your team for participating in campaign? They don't have to cost you a lot or anything. Consider an extra paid day off or a prime parking spot for a week, a month, or a year. You can even use your pledge cards as the raffle entry, saving you the cost on providing an additional ticket. Events. Events are a fun way to bring your team together. And I know in the light of COVID, this might be a little tricky, but you can have a cook-off or a potluck, silent auctions and bake sales. Again, I know not all of these are going to be available in the days of COVID, but maybe have a dress down day, a pajama day. Your office isn't open to clients. Why not wear your sweatpants? Just make it fun, make it engaging, and make it something that your team is going to want to participate in. And then finally, recognize and appreciate your team. A simple handwritten thank you card is going to go a long way. Now let's talk about those campaign awards. In 2021, we are bringing back campaign awards. We feel that it's really important to recognize you and your employees for the hard work and the impact you have with your donations. In order to be eligible for award, you need to complete at least 6 of the best practices and 3 of the non-financial contributions. I will definitely help you figure out which of these fit or where we can mark some more off. We're so excited to bring back the awards and we can't wait to see you at the Community Leaders Lunch in March. And finally, frequently asked questions. This will provide you with answers to some of the most questions we get or the questions that you might get from your team. How long to run the campaign? 2 to 4 weeks is a pretty good time period. Who do you contact for more information? That would be me. You can reach me at campaign@uwyellowstone.org or call me at 272-8504. Please reach out. I would love to talk to you. So that was our guidebook. Now let's talk about your toolkit and the resources you have available. So if you go to our website under Get Involved and Workplace Campaign, you have a link to our campaign toolkit. And here's really all of the resources that you will need to run your campaign. We just went over our fundraising guide. Here we have fundraising ideas and our annual report. We have an example presentation format, all of the forms you're going to need, including pledge cards, your corporate contribution cards, and your report form. Example email templates you can send out to your staff during your campaign, and tons of visual assets. If there is something that you want to show your team that we haven't thought of yet, please let me know and we can create something and include it in the campaign guide. And our United Way media. Our YouTube channel has all of our videos. However, I listed a couple of our more popular ones right here on this page. When you're posting about your campaign, make sure to use our list of hashtags in order to populate posts on our wall as well as yours. So what does a campaign presentation look like? The campaign presentation is how we connect to your group and let them know all of the important things that we're doing so you don't have to remember it all. Ideally, we would like to have about 45 minutes. However, we understand that that's not always available. Here is an example outline of what our campaign presentation looks like. We have our opening remarks. We're understanding the way that United Way works in our community. We're talking about our local impact. We're making the ask. We're encouraging ways to give, calling to action, and closing with a thank you. It really is a quick and easy way to understand what we're doing and how to get the help to those who need it most. This format can be tailored, edited, added to, changed up, and made special for you, your team, and what you're interested in. Just let me know and we can work on it together. And finally, stay in touch with us. Throughout the year, we send out a monthly newsletter. You can sign up easily on our website or follow us on social media. Thank you so much for attending training. If you have any questions, which I'm sure you will, please feel free to contact me. I'm so excited to be on this journey with you. Thank you.